So, today, on story time, we're going to be reading one of my favorite books. It's called Choke by Chuck Palahniuk. I don't know how you pronounce his weird Canadian last name, but he was a very good writer. So, I'm going to start with Chapter 1. Chapter 1. If you're going to read this, don't bother. After a couple pages, you won't want to be here, so forget it. Just go away. Get out while you're still in one piece and save yourself. There has to be something better on television. Or since you have so much time on your hands, maybe you could take a night course, or become a doctor, or you could make something out of yourself. Treat yourself to a dinner out, or color your hair. You're not getting any younger. What's happened here first is going to piss you off. And after that, it just gets worse and worse. What you're getting here is a stupid story about a stupid little boy. A stupid true life story about nobody that you'd ever want to meet. Picture this little spaz being about waist high with a handful of blonde hair, combed and parted on one side. Picture the icky little shit smiling in old school photos with some of his baby teeth missing and his first adult teeth coming in all crooked. Picture him wearing a stupid sweater striped in blue and yellow. A birthday sweater. It used to be his favorite sweater. Even that young, picture him biting his dickhead fingernails. His favorite shoes are Keds. His favorite food? Fucking corn dogs. Imagine some dweeby little boy wearing no seatbelt riding in a stolen school bus with his mommy after dinner. Only there's a police car parked at their motel, so the mommy just blows past at 60 or 70 miles an hour. This is about a stupid little weasel who for sure used to be the stupidest little rat-fiend crybaby twerp that ever lived. The little coos. The mommy says, we'll have to hurry, and they drive uphill on a narrow road. Their back wheels wagging from side to side on the ice, and the headlights, the snow looks blue, spreading from the edge of the road out to the dark forest. Picture this all being his fault, the little peckerwood. The mommy stops the bus a little way back from the base of the rock cliff so the headlights glare against his white face, and she says, here's as far as we're going to get. And the words come boiling out as white clouds that show how big the inside of her lungs are. And the mommy sets the parking brake and says, you can get out, but leave your coat in the bus. Picture this stupid little runt letting the mommy stand him right in front of the school bus. This bogus little Benedict Arnold just stands in front of the glare of the headlights and lets the mommy pull the favorite sweater over his head. This wimpy little squealer just stands in the snow half naked while the bus motor races and the roar echoes off the cliff. And the mommy disappears to somewhere behind him in the night and the cold. And the headlights blind him and the motor noise covers any sound of trees scraping together in the wind, and the air is too cold to breathe, more than a mouthful at a time, so the little mucous membrane tries to breathe twice as fast. He doesn't run away, doesn't do anything. From somewhere behind him, the mommy says, now whatever you do, don't turn around. The mommy tells him how there used to be a beautiful girl in ancient Greece, the daughter of a potter. Like every time she gets out of jail and comes back to claim him, the kid and the mommy have been in a different motel every night. They'll eat fast food every meal and just drive along every day, all day, every day. At lunch today, the kid tried to eat his corn dog while it was still too hot, and he almost swallowed it whole. But it got stuck and he couldn't breathe or talk until the mommy charged around from her side of the table. And then two arms were hugging him from behind, lifting him off his feet, and the mommy whispered, breathe, breathe, damn it. And after the kid was crying, and the entire restaurant crowded around. And at that moment, it seemed that the whole world cared what happened to him. And all those people were hugging him, and they were petting his hair, and everybody was asking if he was okay. And it seemed like that moment would last forever, and that you had to risk your life to get love, and you had to get right to the edge of the death to ever be saved. Okay. Okay there, the mommy said. She wiped his mouth. Now I've given you life. The next moment, a waitress recognized him from a photograph on an old milk carton, and then the mommy was driving the evil little squealer back to their room at 70 miles an hour. And on the way back, they got off the highway and bought a can of black spray paint. Even after all their rushing around, where they arrived is the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night. And now from behind him, this stupid little kid hears the rattle of mommy shaking the spray paint can, the marble inside the can knocking from end to end, and the mommy says how the ancient Greek girl was in love with the young man. But the young man was from another country and he had to go back, the mommy says. There's a hissing sound and the kid smells spray paint, and the bus motor changes sounds and clunks, running faster now and louder, and the bus rocks a little from tire to tire. So, the last night the girl and her lover would be together, the mommy says, the girl bought a lamp, and she set it, so it threw the lover's shadow on the wall. And the hiss of spray paint stops and starts, and there's a short hiss, after that a longer hiss, and mommy says how the girl traced the outline of her lover's shadow so she would always have a record of how he looked, a document of this exact moment, the last moment that they would be together. And our little crybaby just keeps looking straight into the headlights. His eyes water when he shuts them, and he can see light shining, red light, through his eyelids, his own flesh and blood. And the mommy says how the next day the girl's lover was gone, but his shadow was still there. Just for a second, the kid looks back to see where the mommy is tracing the outline of his stupid shadow against the cliff face, only the boy is so far away that his shadow falls a head taller than the mommy. And his skinny arms look big around, and his stubby legs stretch long, and his pinched shoulders spread wide. And the mommy tells him, don't look, don't move a muscle, or you'll ruin all my work. And the little doofus telltale turns to stare into the headlights. The can of spray paint hisses, and the mommy says that before the Greeks, nobody had art. This is how painting pictures was invented. She tells the story of how the little girl's father used the outline on the wall to model a clay version of the young man, and that's the way sculpture was invented. For serious, the mommy told him, art never comes from happiness. Here's where symbols are born. The kid stands, shivering now in the glare, trying not to move. The mommy keeps working, telling the huge shadow how someday it will teach people everything that she's taught it. Someday it will be a doctor saving people, returning them to happiness, or something better than happiness, peace perhaps. It will be respected someday. This is even after the Easter Bunny turned out to be a lie, even after Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, and St. Christopher, and Newtonian physics, and the Niels Bohr model of the atom. This stupid, stupid kid still believes the mommy, and someday, when he's grown up, the mommy tells the shadow, the kid will come back here and see how he's grown into the exact outline she's planned for him this night. The kid's bare arms shake with the cold, and the mommy said, control yourself, damn it, hold still or you'll ruin everything. The kid tried to feel warmer, but no matter how bright they were, the headlights didn't give off any heat. I need to make a clear outline, the mommy said. If you tremble, you'll turn out all blurry. It wasn't until years later, until this stupid little loser was through college with honors, and he busted his hump to get into the University of Southern California School of Medicine, till he was 24 years old in his second year of medical school, when his mother was diagnosed, and he was named as her guardian. And it wasn't until then that it dawned on this little stooge that growing strong and rich and smart was only the first half of your life story. Now the kid's ears ache with cold. He feels dizzy and hyperventilated. His little stool pigeon chest is all pimpled chicken skin. His nipples are pinched up by the cold into hard red pimples. And the little ejaculate tells himself, for real, I deserve this. And the mommy says, try at least to stand up straight. And the kid rolls his shoulders back and he imagines the headlights are a firing squad, that he deserves pneumonia, that he deserves tuberculosis. See also hypothermia. See also typhoid fever. And the mommy says, after tonight, I'm not going to be around to nag you. And the bus motor idles, putting out a long tornado of blue smoke. And mommy says, so hold still and don't make me spank you. And sure as hell, this little brat deserves to get spanked. He deserves whatever he got. This is the deluded little rube who really thought the future would be any better. If you just worked hard enough, if you just learned enough and ran fast enough, everything would turn out right, and your life would almost be amount to something. And the wind gusts and dry grains of snow scatter down from the trees, and each flake is stinging against his ears and cheeks. More snow melts between the laces of his shoes. You'll see, the mommy says, this will be worth a little suffering. This would be a story that he could tell to his own son someday. The ancient girl, the mommy tells him, she never saw her lover ever again. And the kid is stupid enough to think a picture or sculpture or story could somehow replace anybody that you love. And mommy says, you have so much to look forward to. It's hard to swallow, but this is the stupid, lazy, ridiculous little kid who just stood shaking, squinting into the glare and the roar, who thought the future would be so bright. Picture anybody growing up so stupid. He didn't know that hope is just another phase that you grow out of. He thought you could make something, anything that would last forever. Feels stupid even to remember this stuff, and it's a wonder he's lived this long. So again, if you're going to read this book, don't. This isn't about somebody brave and kind and dedicated, and he isn't anybody that you're going to fall in love with, just so you know. What you're reading is the complete, relentless story of an addict, because in most 12-step recovery programs, the 4th step makes you take inventory of your life. Every lame, suck-ass moment of your life, you have to get a notebook and write it down, a complete inventory of your crimes, and that way every sin is right at your fingertips, and then all you have to do is fix it all. This goes for alcoholics, drug abusers, overeaters, as well as sex addicts. And this is the way you can go back and review the worst of your life anytime you want, because supposedly those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. So if you're reading this, to tell the truth, it's really none of your business. That stupid little boy, that cold night, all of this will just become more of that stupid shit to think about during sex to keep from shooting your load if you're a guy. This is the weak little suck-ass whose mommy said, just hold on a little longer, just try a little harder and everything will be all right. Ha! The mommy who said, someday this will all be worth all of our effort, I promise. And this little dickwad, this stupid, stupid little sucker, he stood there this whole time, shaking, half naked in the snow, and he really believed that somebody could even promise something so impossible. So if you think that this is going to save you, or if you think that anything is going to save you, please consider this your final warning. Well, that's chapter 1 of our fine tale. And next episode, we'll be enjoying chapter 2. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. And see you next time.